And now, coming to you live from the tri-state area and San Francisco, California, it's the best part of Wednesday, Waffle Box, with your hosts, Mike Fish and Kush Hayes.
Welcome to Waffle Box, the podcast where we talk about anything, everything, and nothing all at the same time. Coming up on episode 103, the Grim Reaper gets punked, not once, but twice. There's a woman who can dance if she wants to. In this week's Dumb World Record, spoiler, Ezra Miller puts a baby in a microwave in this week's movie review, and much, much more. I am Mike Fish, and I am joined, as always, by the main man from San Fran. It's Mr. Kush Hayes. Kush, how you doing, buddy?
What's good, y'all? Kush Hayes, Waffle Box, number 103, the original Waffle Box. It is the People's Podcast. You accept no substitutions because it is the best part of Wednesdays, and we're coming to you from the future on the Super Bowl 60. Wow, I think it's longer every week. My man, I'm having a great time. The Dodgers got swept by my San Francisco Giants earlier this weekend, and I could not have been happier. Woke up to a headline Monday that said from CBS Sports, Los Angeles Dodgers suffer their worst defeat from the San Francisco Giants in franchise history.
Ooh, that's a good one. So you don't like the Dodgers, right? We don't like the Dodgers.
I took an oath. I took a vow on the top of a mountain that I must hate the Dodgers, their staff, their fans, and anyone else associated with them.
Well, here's my little history thing. Aren't the San Francisco Giants and the Los Angeles Dodgers, don't both of those teams have rich history in New York City?
Yes, sir. Yeah, the Brooklyn Dodgers and the New York Giants, the New York baseball Giants.
Okay, my brain.
Just the facts, ma'am.
Yeah. It might, if it's not the oldest rivalry in the history of Major League Baseball, it's like top three. The other one I'm thinking about is like the Yankees and the Red Sox.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that.
Because I know the only reason I know that because I don't really follow baseball that much, especially right now with the New York Skankies, as New York Sports Radio is currently dubbing them.
Delightful.
Is I believe the San Francisco Giants, as they were originally New York Giants, is why when it comes to the NFL team, a lot of people make an emphasis of calling them the New York Football Giants because obviously there was the New York Baseball Giants at the time.
Yeah, I mean the baseball
Just
Giants
facts,
have
man.
been in San Francisco for like over 60 years now. I think when we're talking about the New York Giants now, I think we can just officially say we're talking about football, unless someone has to say like back in the mid 20th century, the Giants used to play baseball in New York. Then I don't know. It's been a long time though. I think we can.
I was gonna say, I can't imagine there's many people nowadays who, if you were to say, "Oh, did you see the New York Giants the other day?" and they're gonna be, "Wait, are you talking about the NFL team, or was you watching some retro baseball? I need clarification on which Giants you was watching." There you go. But how you been?
Mike,
Other than
silly.
baseball rocking your world, what's the last 7 days Kush Hayes been? So the last 7 days
mellow.
been for Kush Hayes. That's also almost rhymed.
Very mellow friend. Otherwise, yeah, man, I am excited to talk about today's review of The Flash. And I don't know if you got a chance to see it, but yes, that man puts a baby in a microwave.
But with his
We'll get into
history, the only reason I felt good about putting that little spoiler out there is because that scene has been all over social media. Like I haven't seen the movie, but it's all. And all I just saw was a headline: Ezra Miller puts a baby in the microwave, and I was like, oh God, could this movie get any worse press? And then I found out it's actually The Flash that does it, but it was believable.
That's in the first 10 minutes of the movie. So yeah, it's I don't think we should call it any spoilers. I think we can even take spoilers off of this review, or add spoilers.
Spoiler alert: The Flash runs really quickly.
That is a fact. Just the
facts, ma'am.
I'm getting good use out of that one.
Yeah, man. Paying 85 cents so far.
What are we doing? What are we talking about? Oh, by the way, happy belated Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Congratulations on sticking it to her. and them wasting and ruining your life. Congratulations.
Your pullout game is whack, son. Congratulations.
So I did the whole family Father's Day thing on Sunday.
Okay, how's
and
that?
it was fun, but they put on like they just went on Spotify, I guess, just to put some background music on, and they found like a Father's Day playlist.
Okay.
And it was very clear whoever created this list just literally searched for as many songs with like father in the title or papa or something like that. Because some of the songs, like we're here to celebrate father as what a great guy this is. And like then it lost it when Papa Was a Rolling Stone came on. And I was like, is that a really celebratory father's song? Papa was a rolling stone.
It's pretty groovy, but yeah,
wherever he went, he liked to just bone.
Any country songs involving my daddy died in the bottom of a bottle.
Happy Father's Day. Although the best part of the Father's Day experience for me was listening. So was today. I don't know. Today was it Monday? Monday. Back on Monday. I was driving around, and so for me, spoiler alert again, spoiler alert. Yeah, a big wish of mine, a big dream of mine. It would always be, to be some sort of talk radio host. I'd love to be able to just talk nonsense. Have callers phone in. It'd be a lot of fun, right?
Sure.
But then I was always, I'm no spring chicken. I'm 37, and maybe these are professionals. They've been working on their craft for decades to get to where they've been. I have no shot until I was listening to Light FM today, right?
Ooh, right.
And it's the home of Delilah. Everyone knows Delilah, right? Do you know Delilah?
Oh, Delilah. I do not.
Oh. Who, like the one who just listens to people's lovey-doveys, and then they ask for a song to be put on. She puts on like the song that's as least connected to the story as possible.
I love the police is everywhere you take. I think it's just called The Stranger, but still, like,
yeah. But yeah. But anyway, so I was listening to this guy on Light FM, and he was like, "So they, I just want to say, Happy Father's Day to everyone. I had a Father's Day celebration at my house. I had some other fathers come over, and you know what? I didn't want to cook on the grill, so we just ordered some pizzas. Anyway, the next song that's the story. That's your riveting story. I was waiting for the punchline and said, "Oh, you just got some pizza. Fantastic."
They unfortunately do not give radio disc jockeys like any more time than like 45 seconds to speak now. They used to get like 6 minutes an hour, and now I don't think they get that much. Like these stories go nowhere quickly.
There's one that just talks nonsense. I do love it though. I must admit, it does make me laugh. Like there's the guy who would be like, they'll play a song about like I don't know, just name a random song that might be on like a Light FM. It's like an old
Aerosmith. The song from Armageddon.
I don't want to miss a thing.
Thank you.
There you go. And then he'd be like, yeah. So that was Aerosmith with Don't Wanna Miss a Thing. That reminds me, I was going to the gym the other day, and I missed the bus. Anyway, still to come. What? That's a terrible segue.
You know what? At least he's doing something somewhat original. My DJ's out here like, can you believe the bullshit that's going on with Kim Kardashian and so? This go to my blog 949.com and check it out there for more information. And like that's pretty much all we get out here.
But there you go. That's my little fun. Lathan.
Oh, this motherfucker's still around.
How you been? How was your past 7 days on this great lump of rock aimlessly spinning around a giant ball of fire?
Happy hump day, fellas. As for my week, absolutely nothing to report. I didn't do a single thing. I didn't achieve anything. I didn't make any new friends or discover the cure for blindness. I just spent the entire week slowly traveling from my couch to my bed and back again. I was a lazy piece of shit, and I had a blast.
Fantastic. I'm a
All
little
right,
jealous.
yeah, that's you're doing it right. Keep reaching for those stars.
I just hope you wore the same pair of sweats the entire week. That's how you know you're doing it right. And
I hope
you
he took a
you said
bath
to end up.
or we just went to the bathroom.
Oh yeah, of course, of course. But then you only realize, or you think, you know what, I should probably like change because this stain is starting to smell really bad now. That's when you know that's it's disgusting.
Yes.
Anyway, wonderful stuff. Make sure you get to do something next week, because that was almost as good as the Light FM radio host story. Thank you, Lathan. But now, let's crack on with things that have happened in the past 7 days. It's now time for this week's Top Stories.
It's now time for this week's top stories.
Bubble effect. First top story. So this is a fun story. I was telling Kush off the air, but this is the first time, I do believe, could be wrong. If I am wrong, let me know. That 2 top stories that we have an interwoven theme. It's quite exciting. So the first one, I don't know if you heard this story. It's quite big. But a young lady, or not a young lady, she was
Nice lady.
a lady, woo woo wee wow from Ecuador. Mrs. Montoya was sadly admitted to the hospital last Friday with a possible stroke and cardiopulmonary arrest. I'm no doctor, but it doesn't sound good.
No, it's all bad.
Cardiopulmonary arrest. Is that just a fancy way of saying she's having a heart attack?
It's I think
No,
it's
cardiac arrest is
blockage,
a heart attack. Cardiopulmonary. If you're a
but
doctor,
problems with her
right
ticker. Problems with her
yeah,
ticker.
it's definitely heart issue. So she was declared dead, Kush, when she didn't respond to resuscitation. The local health ministry added. Mrs. Barbera, or Mr. Barbera, I should say, said that his mother was unconscious, obviously, when she was brought to the emergency room, and that the doctor informed him a few hours later that she had sadly passed away. The doctor even handed over identity documents and a death certificate, as you do. R.I.P. Mrs. Montoya. Fast forward a few days, obviously, as you do, you have a funeral to say ta-ta, give your final goodbyes to the loved one. Mr. Montoya said that during the funeral, there was about 20 of us there. Nice turnout. But after 5 hours of the wake, the coffin started to make sounds.
Shut up.
My mum was wrapped in sheets and hidden in the coffin, and when we approached it, we could see that she was breathing quite heavily. Mrs. Montoya, a 76-year-old former nurse, was lifted out of her coffin and rushed back to hospital after the unfinished funeral on Friday. Her relieved but shocked son, Gilberto Barbera, said, "It gave us all a quiet fright."
No doubt.
I fucking bet it did. Mrs. Montoya was in intensive care at Martin Icaza Hospital in Babahoyo on Monday, whilst the Ministry of Health conducted an investigation to the doctor. And obviously, how the fuck she got announced dead when apparently she was alive?
I mean,
imagine that.
Her heart can just have been beating that slowly. That's not impossible. This isn't the first time something like this has happened. My question is, do we have to pay full price for the funeral?
Or you must get keep a receipt. Well, we didn't finish the funeral, so the funeral's still going. You just hold open that receipt, and then when she does pop her clogs eventually. Oh, do you know? But the next time she dies, which is a weird thing to say, the second time that she dies, You're definitely gonna be wanting to get a second opinion on that bad boy. No, I don't want to go through this again because that was like, is she a zombie? Is that what? Is she a zombie?
Also, like, who did the? Isn't there like a mortician involved? Like, aren't we supposed to be like removing guts and all that stuff to like put embalming fluid? Like, I'm no mortician. I don't know how these things work. Like, but I think like, you know, the body is gonna start stinking within those 3 days. Like, I believe they do that to like not
Stop the
have you
stink.
stink at your own funeral.
Maybe he was just
I don't know.
cutting corners. Just put some Old Spice.
It's amazing
Under
she
arms.
wasn't an organ donor, and it's amazing that had they not had the funeral within 3 days, I don't know what would have happened. I've been a part of several funerals now, where the funeral service happened months after the deceased left us. Sometime, I think in all cases, actually, it was a cremation, but still, like,
Could be like that scene from Scrooge, where she's getting
Right.
slowly put into the. Oh, Jesus.
Word on the
Well,
street
welcome
is
back
that
to
as
the-
she rose from her casket, she yelled, "None of you fuckers are in my will anymore."
Or she's just like that.
Welcome
scene
back
from
to the land of the
Deadpool,
living, Mrs. Montoya.
and then just like starts shooting people up. Ah, gotcha. Well, there you go. I haven't seen an update on this, but I'm going to assume she was in poor health, so hopefully, fingers crossed. As of recording, she's still alive.
I mean,
There you go.
she's 88, so yeah, she was. Apparently,
76.
she's in much better health
76.
than the 76. Oh, sorry, I was thinking of something else. 76 still, but apparently she's in good enough health that she came back from the dead. Like, if that's not in good health, I don't know what is.
And then at the end of the story, and then, Mr. Montoya was very happy that his mother came back, but was a little bit concerned when she started eating people's brains. The new season of Walking Dead's gonna be lit. Is that even on anymore? Is that still on? I don't know.
I believe it has. I think the original series is over, but they have like multiple spin-offs now.
Ugh.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of them. I tapped out a half season after Glenn died a second time.
When was that? Season 58?
10. Season 10.
Oh, Jesus, you lasted way much longer than I think I tapped out around about 6. Season 6, I think.
I get why.
Yeah. Speaking of death, or is it? A Belgian TikToker. That's a good intro to a story. A Belgian TikToker faked his own death.
Oh,
so he could find out who out of his friends and family cared about him and to see if they would turn up to his funeral.
Okay. How'd that go?
Well, David Barten, 45, and his wife and children.
45?
He's 45.
What a cunt. I thought he was like maybe 20 doing this. But oh my God. 40.
Yeah, like you're 45 years old. Why are you on TikTok?
Congratulations, sir. You officially have no problems, although you might be divorced without friends now. But please continue the story, Michael.
So his wife and children were in on this. They decided to prank friends and family members to find out what they really thought of him. To spread the news of his death, one of his children took to social media and wrote a tribute to her father. She wrote, "Rest in peace, Daddy. I will never stop thinking about you. Why is life so unfair? Why you? You were going to be a grandfather, and you still had your whole life ahead of you." Well, maybe half of it. I love you. We love you. We will never forget you. The funeral, which was staged last weekend near the city of Liège, was attended by many friends and family members dressed in black. Standard. Everyone was waiting for the ceremony to begin, but instead they were met by a landing helicopter. In the video posted on TikTok by a funeral attendee, Mr. Burton stepped out of the helicopter and was then greeted by mourners. Some of Mr. Burton's family and friends were seen running up to him in the footage amid emotional exchanges, while others remained confused and perplexed in the car park. That's a great line. That I might have to frame that one. According to the Times, the TikToker said that he faked his death to see how his wider family would react, and said that he felt unappreciated by them. Jesus Christ, what a fucking egomaniac.
Fuck you.
He added, when I see in my family often hurts me. I never get invited to anything. Don't think that's going to change anytime soon, buddy.
That's not going to be a problem anymore. Skip.
Those who didn't come to the funeral did contact me afterwards to meet up. So in a way, quote, I won. Fuck me. What an asshole.
What an asshole.
But how, like, I think everyone has that thought, right? Everyone has that thought at some point.
Who's going to come to my funeral?
If I died, who would turn up? What would be said about me?
That's normal. That's Christ, human.
To get your kids and your wife to help you fake your own death. And he didn't even wait. He didn't even wait to, like, the smart thing to do if he was this egotistical was to wait until the funeral ended so you can listen to the things that people say about you. The thing ain't even started, and he was like, fuck this. And he comes in with his fucking helicopter.
Oh my!
What an idiot!
So, when this man does eventually pass on, his family is going to regret this heavily, and not
because no fucker's going to turn up.
Who knows how that will change the attendance, but they'll just be like, fuck. We hurt all those people that did come to the funeral the first time. Like, just. It's he's not the first person to do this. I forget where else this has happened, but like, I'm sure there are people that are grateful to see him alive again, but then there's that one dude in the back who's like, motherfucker, I had hockey tickets today, you fucking asshole. All right. I had football tickets. I had whatever. Like, I had plans today that didn't involve me being in a most uncomfortable suit crying at your fucking funeral.
Although there was definitely someone there who, like, he owes money to, and he was like, sweet, gonna get to see that money, buddy.
George owes me 25 francs. Yes.
If I was at this funeral, I'd have been pissed. Not only have I got dressed up for no reason, now I'm in a TikTok video, I'd have punched that twat right between the eyes.
Not only just in a TikTok video, a 45-year-old man's TikTok video.
Yeah, seriously, 45-year-old men, are we doing TikTok videos? Is that what's hot in the streets? Is that what we're doing in the streets, baby?
45.
Although I guess we are on YouTube.
I mean, yeah.
By the way, subscribe to Waffle Box Pod.
Yeah, smash that subscribe button. I think we're on TikTok.
Do we use it? I thought we were on TikTok, but
I think I have a TikTok account. I think I might have uploaded like one clip from Waffle Box from about like a year and a half ago, and then that's been
okay.
About
You were 30. You were 35 then.
Yeah, it's not weird. Wait, how old am I now?
37.
I'm 37. And we've been doing this. Yeah.
When I was 37, I also forgot how old I was. This is not a. I think this is like a normal thing. I've talked to other people who are my age now, and they're like, yeah, for some reason, 37 just blanked.
No, I definitely got to that age now where if someone asks me how old I am, I have to start doing some arithmetic. I do have to, this might have bad memories. Like, how old are you? Like, oh, 1 second. Right, what year is it? See, that's right. All right. I was born in 85. All right. Carried it one. Yeah, 37.
Yeah, this was definitely a thing for me, and I've talked to a handful of other folks who have experienced the same phenomenon. That you turn 37, you blank on the age, then you turn 38, and you're like, oh yeah, all right. Oh, why is my zipper always open? Oh god, what the fuck?
Is that stain always there?
I don't know.
Maybe I should start answering the question like a child. Say, oh, how
old
old are you?
Today years old. I'm years old.
I'm 37 years and 10 months old. Start throwing the months in now.
I am this many years old.
Or I should have it like, well, I'm sure there's an app that you can do it like where it tracks how many days since, say how many like days old you are. That'd be good shit. I would work it out and announce it on the show, but then you always know one weirdo's gonna do the reverse math and work out when my birthday is. And
well, you also have to know when you
one step away from identity theft. No. What are you getting, buddy? 37. Well, I'm pretty sure last year I announced when my birthday was, probably.
You probably did.
You're not getting my social digits.
Not this year.
Do you know what? Talk about like memory. I have to work stuff out. Like I went to, I placed an order for some food on Saturday.
Okay.
And order for pickup, and I placed the order over the phone, and I went to pick it up. And the guy was like, "What's the last 4 digits of your phone number?" And I had to like say my phone number in my head to work out what the last 4 digits. I have no idea.
That's fine. I mean, I know it's New Jersey, but there can't have been that many mics that just ordered fucking pickup within the last hour. Within the last hour, like even if there was 3 mics, could it be Mike F? Could it be Mike J? Like what? Too much. Come on, guys. This isn't difficult.
Plus, in the area in which that restaurant is, I could have just literally just been like, "I'll be the white guy." That'd be it. I won't. I'm not Asian. There you go. That's all you need to know. And they'll be like, "Oh, fuck, it's him." There he is.
Just the facts, ma'am.
Just the facts, ma'am.
Shout out to Powell Park, New Jersey. Woo! It's got some good food there. If you're ever in the area, make sure you swing by Powell Park, New Jersey.
I'll try the beef fried rice, my favorite.
Bunch of great Korean barbecue there.
Do I have to cook it myself?
Sushi. Oh, for fuck's sake, let's not get into this. Yeah. Well, I saw that exchange on Twitter you had where you were talking about $90 per. Where, like, how expensive is Korean barbecue in San Francisco? $90 per head.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty ridiculous.
Jeez.
I think it was one of those things where I had just gotten a promotion at UPS. Like I was a manager now. But I'm also on salary, so I'm only getting paid once a month now, as opposed to 4 times a month, or once a week in that case. And we sat down. I opened the menu, and I went, "Well, I'm not officially a manager just yet." And then we all left. It was that quick of a decision.
Does that $90 is that all you can drink as well? Is it like an open bar in there?
No, it is not.
Jeez.
And I don't think it was open portions either. I'm pretty sure
Oh,
set
my
portions.
Good lord. No, yeah.
Regardless,
by me,
we left.
You're looking at around about maybe maximum
3 other people.
$40 per person. And it's all you can eat, unlimited.
Okay. Wow. I might have to check out some New Jersey Korean barbecue.
Yeah, that's what's
NJK BBQ.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Steer clear of the New York City ones because they're weird.
Oh,
I mean,
define weird.
Expensive. Well, just the ambiance. Okay. I don't like it. I must admit, I only been
my
to
shoes outside.
Korean barbecue restaurant in Manhattan, but it's like, like music is a big thing, and I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this story before. But music is a big thing for setting the vibe in the restaurant. And at a Korean barbecue, I love dubstep, but I don't want to hear dubstep while I'm eating Korean barbecue. It's very weird.
Sounds stressful.
It was very intense.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's just to stress you out, so you just hurry up and leave. So they can turn the table over quicker.
Did anybody demonstrate any ESP abilities when cooking the barbecue?
No one tried to read my mind.
Bless you. No. Well, what about telekinesis? Did anything get pushed without actually touching somebody? I haven't seen every dubstep video that's existed, but every dubstep video I've seen involves someone using the force.
Oh, like a Skrillex versus the year Equinox. That's a really
probably.
Yeah, it's the video where there's a little girl. Sure. being
She's
followed
fighting a
by
hobo.
she's being followed by a creepy, sweaty old man in a trench coat. And you kind of like
Okay,
it's
yeah.
very clear. Okay, this guy's a pedophile. And then once the beat drops, she turns around and uses the force to kick the shit out of him. It's awesome.
I've seen that video.
Check it out. If you don't like dubstep, just turn it down. But just watch the video. It's pretty. It's uncomfortable at first, but once you get the punchline, it's like, yeah, kick it ass, Seabass.
Far out.
All right. Let's wrap
Delved
things
all the way out.
to talk about some people that are achieving things, doing things with their lives, much
Unlike
more
Lathan.
than you and I. Unlike Lathan, you lazy piece of shit. It's now time for this week's Dumb World Record of the week.
Why?
Why? Why would I? Why? Why?
Why? Why? Why? Why? Why would you want to do that?
Okay. This week's world record takes us to India.
Ooh, spicy.
Indeed. To be fair, the amount of people who live in that country, one of them should have broke a world record. What is there, like over 1 billion people in India? It's crazy.
Over 1 billion people,
Crazy.
17 languages, 24 different religions.
What? I didn't even know there was 24 religions. Name them all. Go.
And Catholicism.
Anyway, fantastic.
Just the facts, ma'am.
This week's Dumb World Record comes to India from a 16-year-old girl. 16-year-old girl doing things with her life. 16-year-old girl in India broke a Guinness World Record for the amount of time dancing. The longest amount of time dancing.
Was
So,
it partner or solo?
solo, baby.
Far out.
She doesn't need a
Wow.
partner holding her back.
Okay,
Shushti Sudhir
Right.
Jagtap. I do apologize if I'm totally butchering that name. I assume that I am. Took to the
Probably.
auditorium of her school and broke the world record for the longest amount of time dancing. Kush Hayes. Go on, take a stab. Take a stab at the dark. How long do you reckon she was dancing for to get this Guinness World Record?
My knee-jerk reaction wants to say she did this for over 24 hours. How far over? I don't know. Maybe in the 30s. However, since you said this is a school assembly, I'm going to say 7 hours, 20 minutes.
No, it wasn't. I will give you. It wasn't a school assembly. It was at the school auditorium.
Yeah. Okay. I imagine it was during school hours still.
Okay, so what,
I'm
your official
gonna
guess?
say 7 hours, 20 minutes.
7 hours, 20 minutes. She was close. You was close.
I was?
Yeah. So she danced for 127 hours. Not bad. Not bad guess. She was close.
Okay.
So yeah, she took to the school auditorium on the morning of May the 29th and kept dancing until the afternoon of June 3rd.
Fuck. So again, she's not sleeping at all.
No.
I imagine she can eat and drink while she's dancing. Probably not for the best, and she's probably not gorging or anything. She's probably just little small bites here and there. Bathroom breaks. That has to be a thing for her.
Here's how it broke down. So
All right.
she was allotted 1 5-minute break each hour,
Okay.
which she was
for
allowed
her.
to accumulate for longer breaks, which she mostly
Oh.
took late at night. So
Oh.
basically, if she danced non-stop for 4 hours, she could then have a 20-minute
20-minute break. Dig.
The teenager chose to dance
I'm-
in the Kathak style, one of the 8 major forms of Indian classical dance. What was you gonna say? Are you gonna
Um,
get a calculator out here? You're working about?
I'm gonna get a calculator here because I want to know how many breaks she had in that 120 hours. So 120 hours times 5. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. 605-minute breaks?
No, it'd been 120. Jesus Christ, are we going through this again? Right, so there's 103 episodes of Waffle Box.
No, man, don't start that. We're talking about this little girl dancing.
Right, if she's allowed to take a 5-minute break every hour,
So
in the 127 hours, she took 127 5-minute breaks.
All right, so 127 times 5 is what I'm looking for.
The total amount
635 minutes divided by 60. So she had a 10.5-hour break over the course of those 4 days. In total.
In 5 days.
Total.
5 days. So
Good for her.
I'm just trying to work out the logistics of it. So I mean, if you dance for like 10 hours straight, you might be able to take like a 40-minute nap. But still, Jesus.
Yeah. I imagine you just go delirious at some point. But yeah. Wild. Congratulations, madam. Congratulations. I'm not going to pronounce.
She can dance if she wants to. She can leave her friends behind, because her friends don't dance. And if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of hers.
That's no truer words have ever been spoken there, Latham.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
I'm going to add this. It's better than that world record held by that guy who got his hand lodged under the rock. Like, he didn't know he was trying to build a world record, but he just got his hand lodged under a rock. They made a movie about it. Very exciting stuff.
That's dumb.
No, that was just a fax, ma'am. That's just a fax,
Just
ma'am.
the facts, ma'am.
Oh, and now you flipped it on me again, Mike Fish. We're gonna have words after this show, mister.
Yeah, so she told the Guinness World Records there, I wanted to promote our Indian culture. That's why she did this. But I'm sure there's a lot of easier ways to do it than that. Jesus. But
yeah, could have just hung a flyer.
Yeah.
Flyer says, Indians, did you know they're a thing?
Indians, kind of cool.
Right? And then there's a guy like, there's a logo of me just going, could be?
Have you seen Bollywood movies? They're pretty fun. That'd have been it.
They are fun.
But no, 127 hours. So I guess congratulations for breaking a world record, getting a certificate, and doing something with your life, I guess. This is one of the ones I'm not jealous of, though. Like, it's impressive. It's an impressive feat, but I'm not jealous of her at all. She can have this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Indeed.
Indeed. That wraps up the first half of this week's Waffle Box 103. Lord, it's just blown by. It'll be Christmas before you know it. Still to come, episode 103. We got the middle of the show quiz. Kush is reviewing The Flash. The Flash. Spoiler alert. He wears red. Trapdoor segment and all that, much more. Still to come, so stick around after the short break.
Chewy, 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 Nature Valley chewy. Chewy, chewy taste, chewy, chewy fun. Chewy, chewy goodness in everyone. Chewy, 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 Nature Valley chewy. Granola bars.
With real creamy peanut butter or chocolatey chocolate chips. No additives or preservatives.
Chewy, 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 Nature Valley chewy. Granola bars.
Good taste makes good sense with Nature Valley.
It's now time for the middle of the show quiz.
Hey, welcome back. Waffle Box episode 103. Still to come. That baby's in a microwave. Ooh. It's cool now. But it's the middle of the show, so quite frankly, if you ask me, it's the perfect time to play the middle of the show quiz. If you don't know, now you know. Middle of the show quiz, I ask Kush 5 questions about a certain topic. Obviously, the name of the game is to get 3 out of 5, if not 5 out of 5 for the clean sweep. If he gets one of these questions right, he hears this noise. And that makes him so happy. However, if he gets the question wrong, he hears this noise. Which makes him so sad. Oh, look at him. Look at his sad face. Oh my god. Just make it go fun me to cheer him up. That's how it will work. So this week's theme is today. June 21st is the day that we are releasing this. And so I have a quiz based around things that have happened in history on June 21st. Ooh, interesting.
Summer solstice, right? Or is that yesterday?
I'm not going to give you any clues to anything. I'm not going to give anything away. Anyway.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Are you ready for question number 1? Here we go. Question number 1.
Yes.
In 1997, on June 21st, a young lady named Rebecca Black was born. Rebecca Black, if you don't know who Rebecca Black is, she was the one who sang, "It's Friday, Friday, I'm gonna get down on Friday. Something about the weekend. But what actual day of the week was she born? Ooh.
Wednesday.
She was born on.
Was it Friday?
It was a Saturday.
Wait, Rebecca Black was born on a Saturday? What a fucking fraud.
I know, right? Honestly, I thought that was gonna be it. When I looked up what day June 21st, 1997 was, I would have popped so if it was Friday, but no, Saturday. What a bitch.
1 in 7 chances.
Question number 2. Also,
number 2.
Born on June 21st, a young lad named Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt. I know it wasn't his first role, but obviously become very famous for his role in Parks and Recreation, and then a little movie series called Guardians of the Galaxy. But
very tiny.
Chris Pratt, before Parks and Recreation and before Guardians of the Galaxy, starred in what US drama series between 2002 and 2006? Little clue, his character was Bright Abbott. That rings a bell. Bright Abbott.
Doesn't.
Between 2002 and 2006.
Is it Freaks and Geeks?
Do you know what? It's not. That's a good guess. It was a TV show called Everwood.
Oh, never heard of it. Yeah, not familiar with that at all.
Well, now you know. You just learned something new.
Just the facts, ma'am.
Word.
Question number 3. June 21st, as we all know, is World Giraffe Day.
I celebrate it every year.
True or false? Giraffes have the same amount of vertebrae in their neck as humans. True or false?
False. False.
It's true.
What?
It's true.
Are you serious?
Just the facts, ma'am.
Those those long ass necks.
They got seven.
When they
seven
fight,
vertebrae.
they literally like whip each other. Like, imagine hitting somebody in the neck with your neck.
Whip my neck back and forth. Whip my neck back and forth.
Wow, I am shocked. So obviously I lost, but let's finish the game out for fun.
Just for fun. This is like trying to save some face. Question number 4. The Ferris wheel made his debut at the World's Columbian
21st.
Exposition in Chicago on this day in which decade? I can make it a little bit easier. Which decade? Which decade was the Ferris wheel first ever launched?
You know, as stupid as I just saw a meme about this, and I shouldn't be getting my history lessons from memes, but I believe it's the 1920s.
Ooh,
Oh, I've brought shame to my family. My mount has commit ritual seppuku.
You filthy little boy. Keep your thing. Oh, sorry. I thought that was pornography. No, the first rule made its debut at World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago in 1893. The crazy 1890s. Woo! Final question. All right, come on, boy.
I mean, I've technically just killed myself, so you just whatever.
Or have you? Or are you trying to, trying to see who's going to turn up to your funeral? You
cheeky bastard.
You lad. Question number 5. June 21st is National Daylight Appreciation Day.
Okay.
Speaking of daylight, what day is the longest day of the year in 2023? In actually the most daylight.
June 20th?
June 20th?
June 20th. Yeah, yesterday. Damn! Oh. Is it really today?
It's today, June 21st. Woo!
It's today. Well, you tricked me, Mike Fish. I'll never forget you.
June 21st, 2023 is the longest day of the year.
Just the facts, ma'am.
Summer solstice. That's where I said that at the beginning.
I know. I thought, oh my god, he's just ruined the last quiz. He's definitely going to get that one. Oh well. That's
looks like I'll just start drinking then.
We haven't started yet.
Well, maybe we've had a drink or two.
Oh, now it's kind of I think it's been the first time in a while that you've struck out. Clean sweep.
Dude, I feel like the Dodgers right now. It's awful.
Hey,
worst loss in Waffle Box franchise history.
Connecting sports things. Look at us. We're just a couple of fellas hanging out.
It's a callback in comedy, Mike Fish. You'd know that. If you were funny. Mike Fish is very funny. I retract that from the record.
Appreciate it. It's now time though to save the day for our future couples of the world. Save them from boring first dates. It's now time for this week's Trapdoor segment. Kush is switching up the old glasses. That's where he means business.
I gotta read and write, so yeah.
Who'd have thought sunglasses inside at night would be a bad idea? Reading.
It was a shock to me. I know that.
Just the facts, ma'am.
So, my button's going to be worn out by the end of this. Or Lathan's button, I should say. Just keep the storyline going.
You spent a whole $1.47.
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd's got his royalties coming this week. Jeez. Yeah. So this week's Trapdoor. So what we do, obviously, Trapdoor. I give Kush Hayes 4 things for him to decipher between and find out which one is the worst of the 4 to send down the Trapdoor. So it's it's into oblivion. No one else can do it. The running theme the last few weeks has been date night ideas, and remember to respect the exercise. This is for the first, second, or third date. Still, the getting to know you thing, the feeling out process, which hopefully if you do a good date, you get to do the feeling out process. All right, you know what I mean? Giggity. Stick it in the hole. The old bump uglies. Hey. This week we're in the letter L. Letter L.
L.
So the 4
L
options this week. L for love. Option number 1. Why won't you take your significant other for a game of laser tag? Ooh. You could put yourself on opposite teams, or maybe on the same team. You could save them. They'd be like, "Oh, such a strong man. Look, he saved me. I was about to get shot by the laser, and he threw himself in front of me. I love him. Oh, I'm definitely giving him a blowy tonight." That's laser tag.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Option number 2. How about you go out and experience some live music together? Ooh.
Yeah, good idea.
Nice. Sit there, arm in arm, waving your lighters in the air as they
It's
sing
cell
a
phones
ballad.
now, unfortunately. It's the stupidest thing. It's
Yeah,
cell phones.
yeah.
It's all like it just it looks nice, but we can't have lighters in buildings
It's for the
anymore.
best for help
Apparently,
because if anyone does the if you hold it on for too long, like after about 30 seconds, like my thumb.
well, you hold it at an angle away from your thumb. But they don't want you smoking weed in the building anymore.
You're waving it so the flames go all over the place.
Which should actually anyway, they're using cell phones now.
Live
music.
Good. Or option number 3, how about you show your significant other, that your hips don't lie and you got some moves about you. How about you do a little bit of line dancing together? Ooh.
Oh, I was hoping for lambada, but all right.
Or limbo.
Not with this man's back. No thanks.
No. Or speaking of team building, how about you just put some Lego together. That sounded put some Lego together. So the 4 options there were laser tag, live music, line dancing, or Lego. Kush Hayes, show you working. Which one's going down the trapdoor this week?
If you're any girl of mine, you're probably a dork like me and you're into laser tag. So I bet we're going to have a pretty good time doing that. However, we can't be on opposite teams. That's going to just cause trouble when we get home. And we don't want that because guess what? I'm going to shoot you with your tiny little arms. And you're going to be like, oh no, Kush Hayes, how could you do that? And we're like, well, we were on the other side. Anyway, laser tag is in, but safe, better be on the same team. And yes, you better sacrifice yourself for her. Blowies were promised. All right, come on, blowies were promised. Why not? Yeah,
I say no.
Yeah, live music. Also a good idea. Can be a lot of fun, fellas. Let Uncle take a knee, kids. Come on in. Come a little closer. When it comes to the live music gimmick, she might have total dog shit taste, but you still got to put up with that because it's going to make her happy. And once you do that, guess what? More blowies! Woo! That wasn't even promised, but I guarantee you that's going to happen. So, but you might have to put up with some like real shit. All right. Like it's 2 hours, guy. Here's what's up. Do a lot of drinking. Take an Uber in and out. You got to spend that little extra money because you've been drinking. Okay. But I promise you're going to have a better night for it. Lego should be something that we strike from this list, but you know what? It's puzzle solving. It's 3D. They actually have like whole kits now, like build the Starship Enterprise or Han Solo's Millennium Falcon. Like they have literal they're expensive, but that is also good get to know you time. No other distractions.
You can see it on the beat. Look, I got a bus, got a London bus,
nice.
Got London Eye. But the problem is those kits, they're very hard. They're not very 2-player friendly because like you just get a big fat book and it's step 1, step 2. So it's not like in the olden days where you could be like, all right, here's my bit. There's 2 maps or whatever. So you build that bit, I'll build this bit, and then we'll come together. When to me come on. Like it's all you have to all. So maybe for Lego purposes, this is when you get. You get the big box out of all the bits and you just like, let's just build random stuff together.
You could do the random building of stuff together. That would be fun. That's a freestyle night, but I think that's more of like, date 9 or 10. All right. This is demonstrating that you two can communicate together. You both have to read that book. You hear what I'm saying? Like, if you want to just do a regular puzzle, then that's fine. You guys will just start with the corners
Or maybe we'll
and the
just take it in
edges and
turns.
work
Like,
inward.
I'll do page 1, you do page 2, I'll do page 3.
You could do that. And they bag all those things together. So like, oh, here's everything we need for portion 1, everything we need for portion 2. Unless you're the asshole busting those things up, it's trust me, it's a good communication tool. And yeah, Lego, not a bad idea. Line dancing. It's probably going to get us some controversy in the Midwest. Maybe the Southwest. They're pretty big on their line dancing. But
shows you got rhythm, shows you got moves, and you know what they say: a man who can dance out of the bedroom normally can dance pretty well in the bedroom.
And that's why not only am I getting rid of line dancing, but I am substituting it with lambada. And guess what, guys? More blowies after that. What? Your thigh. Like, she's like, oh, I gotta have this in my mouth right now. But you gotta have your hammer. You can't have a thimble. You gotta have a hammer. Otherwise, you're just dry humping your date.
So what? So are we getting rid of Lego because that one's the only one that doesn't lead to a blowjob?
No, Lego might lead to a blowjob. That chick's cool. Don't tell me you're not.
So wait. So which one? Which one?
We're getting rid of line dancing, and we're substituting it for lambada. A first in the Waffle Box history. Where not only did we get rid of a thing, but we added something to it. Like we swapped something out with something cool.
Doesn't make sense. That's not the exercise, Kush. But because if line dancing is out,
getting rid of line dancing,
then lambada still exists in the universe.
It's a better substitution.
All right,
line dancing is out.
All right. But now let's just say lambada is in instead of line dancing. Then which one goes down the trapdoor?
We don't have that problem because we got rid of line dancing.
The fuck is going on? Anyway,
I'm feeling very good about this answer, and I think
good.
Waffle Box, did I make the right call? Did I?
I'm still confused as to what call you actually made.
We got rid of line dancing.
Got rid of line dancing. Well, there you go. Well, there you go. Let's move on to a segment in which Kush Hayes reviews a movie. It's a segment we like to call Kush's Movie Review.
Kush's Movie Review.
This week's Kush's Movie Review is The Flash, starring that crazy fucking bastard, Ezra Miller. Don't sing the wrong song at karaoke around this guy. He will try to murder you. But that's...
after you bail him out of jail.
Yeah. Don't go to some Caribbean place. He will try to groom your daughter. But other than that, solid guy. Solid guy.
I don't know about that.
But yeah, he was in a movie. Not that he probably knew about it. He probably thought this was real life. But the crazy wacky bastard. Kush, how good or bad was The Flash?
So, as you said, Mike Fish, we are talking about The Flash. This is the 14th movie in the now... I'm still not sure if Aquaman 2 is a part of this, but the now ending DCEU. Not James Gunn's DC universe, but Zack Snyder's DC universe. This is the 14th film in that saga. Again, that doesn't include the Joker or the Batman, ironically. So, it's Flash. It's PG-13. 2 hours and 24 minutes. Gotta say, off the top, I didn't hate this movie. Just to get it out there, I didn't hate it.
How could
I
you say
enjoyed
something
it.
so
There,
controversial and
I
yet so
know,
brave?
I know, I know, I know, I know. Not giving this like a 4 or anything. Like we're gonna peter out like a mid 3, but we'll get to that later here. This is directed by Andy Muschietti. He is responsible for WB's It's Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. They Chapter 1 better than Chapter 2, I gotta say. But that was the thing with the TV miniseries 30 years earlier as well. This is written by two individuals, Christina Hodson, who actually wrote Bumblebee from 2018, which is the better Transformers film, and Joby, that's a Joby, Harland. And he's got a lot of story by credits, including the most recent Transformers Rise of the Beast, which we did not review for obvious reasons, despite the fact I keep hearing it's a very fun film.
Why is that Transformer turned into a monkey?
Great question. But apparently Joby one day was in an office and people were just like, Joby, come up with that idea. He's like, Transformers that turn into animals, which I know was already a thing in the 90s, kids. I'm older than most of you.
Those
he's
crazy
that,
Transformers, so they are more than meet the eye.
They are more than meets the eye. This is stars Ezra Miller, not once but twice. He plays multiple roles here. A young lady named Sasha Calle, who plays Supergirl, and then Michael Keaton reprising his role from 1989's Batman.
Dun, dun, dun.
He's probably the best part of the movie.
He's the best.
He's not
Batman.
in all of it, but he's in a very good chunk of the film. Other Batmans include my man Ben Affleck, who's in it for like 5 minutes, and he's fine. And I'm amazed that they got him into it. Dude, this production has been plagued with problems. So they originally announced this in 2014, the year after Man of Steel came out. It was going to be part of this whole thing called the DCU, which would later become the DCEU. As far as we know, it had 4 directors that they announced. It may have had more, but those were the ones that they announced. Like 4 guys went, yeah, I agree to it. A little time passed. They came out with a press release, and then a little time later they went, oh yeah, so and so's not doing it anymore for creative differences, which means that it's just like, this is some dog shit. Multiple writers. I have no idea how many people were a part of this project as far as writing goes. This was originally due in 2018. 2018, way before COVID. And for every success the Marvel Cinematic Universe had, DC just reacted. They didn't stick to a plan, whether the original plan was good or bad. They just reacted. So, oh my God, they're telling jokes in the Marvel Universe. We gotta tell jokes in the DC Universe. And it just on and on and on, which is why we got things like David Ayer's Academy Award-winning Suicide Squad. That's the reason why we got movies like Birds of Prey, which was the Harley Quinn movie. And it's reasons why we got this. This movie changed slots 8 times over its 9 years. And yeah, there was this little pandemic that happened, which actually happened for like 3 of those years. You did you? Oh man. I hope you didn't get exposed to it, because I know if I did, I'd probably be dead right now. Holy shit. So this movie has been plagued with problems. I'm honestly surprised it ever got completed. I'm absolutely surprised because of the actors' follies that we mentioned in just a minute ago, that they didn't cancel it. They made a Batgirl movie or a Batwoman movie. I don't know, like it was 95% complete, and then just went like, this is some dog shit. This $60 million, goodbye. Whereas while The Flash cost $200 million to produce, that's what I'm just estimating is from when they finally went into pre-production into post-production. I think there's like tens of millions of dollars that got spent before this movie even like rolled one frame. It's based on a series of Flash comics called Flashpoint, where those who don't know about the Flash, his whole origin story is his mom was murdered, his dad was framed for that murder, and so he's a forensic investigator with the local police department, and his whole objective is get dad out of jail, prove his innocence, find mom's killer. Shit goes crazy. But by the time we get to this, shit goes so crazy that the Flash goes back in time and stops his mom's murder, which then sets off a whole other chain of events. There's a better movie than what I saw. It's animated. It's been out for 11 years now, and it's just called Flashpoint. If you have an HBO Max or a Max subscription, whatever it's called now, you can get it for free there.
Just the Mac, man.
Just the Max, man. So, yeah, man. Like I said, there's some craziness. Mike, you alluded that a baby gets put in a microwave. That shit happens.
Please think of the children.
Well, Flash is thinking of the children. There's 9 or 10 of them that he has to rescue from a building that's collapsing. For some reason, he puts 8 of them. He finds a surfboard. Maybe it was an ironing board. He finds a long platform, stacks all these babies shoulder to shoulder, but then for some reason he puts one in a microwave. I had not been drinking a lot at this point in the film, and again, it's in the first 10 minutes, but I'm just like, oh, I'm more perplexed by how terrible this scene looks. Like, normally, guys, I'm terrible about sound. My eyes, I'm clearly wearing these glasses right now, so my eyes aren't what they are. Like, I didn't see the problems in Rogue One the first time I saw it, but I've seen 4K video of it now, and I'm like, oh my god, yeah, that looks like a video game. There are portions of this film that look like an old PlayStation 3 video game, dude, and it's perplexing, it's baffling. Again, this movie had 9 years to come out, so the fact that there's just like special effects this janky, bizarre. There's some very good special effects, FYI, and it seems that they put the money into that, but this movie got changed so much as it was going along that eventually they just were like, guys, it's June 16th. We got to release this fucking thing. Sorry. DC, Warner Brothers, wanted this thing to be a huge blockbuster, as it should be at this time of year for this genre. So there's been previews for like the last 2 or 3 weeks. I didn't go to any of them. I saw this on a Thursday last week with the regular peoples. But I hear reports that like the director does a thing where he's on screen for 3 minutes, like, hey, thanks for coming out to the movies. We made this just for you, the fans, and we love you and we thank you and we hope you enjoy this movie. Oh, by the way, the special effects aren't done on this yet. I know this thing comes out in 2 weeks, but just want you to be aware of that. The day after this movie comes out, Mr. Muschietti also has a quote, and it's in Variety, it's in the True Hollywood Reporter, it's in a bunch of the legitimate trades that a lot of you folks ignore. He said, by the way, if you think the special effects look funny, that's your eyeballs, and it was intended to look that way. This is what the Flash is seeing when he goes through time and space because he's that fast. And I have to say a big fuck you to that.
Yeah,
Andy Muschietti.
I mean, I'm no expert at physics and things like that, but I'm pretty sure if I'm running very, 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 very fast, I'm going to assume things are going to either look blurry, they're not going to look like a PlayStation 3 game
or any video game. I mean, it's dude, belly aching laughter when the scenes with the baby showed up, when he's going through the Speed Force, and like if time is an onion and he's seeing the various layers of the onions, like, oh, this is what happened if my dad actually did kill my mom. This is what happened when the Joker killed my mom. This is what happened with, like it's just all the possibilities. It looks awful, and I laughed so hard. I'm surprised I didn't piss myself in my handicapped seating. Baffling, Mike Fish. Baffling. I can't say that enough. The same problem with that quote from Mr. Muschietti is when Batman Superman came out, and then I want to say the Justice League as well, and people were like, this script is dog shit, yo. This story is dumb. Zack Snyder also went like a little too cerebral for the non-DC fan base. Like if you either know DC and you understand this, or if you don't understand this, then like, maybe it's just a little too smart for you. And it's like, no, also a big fuck you. So, having said all that, man, for when the stuff is good, I found it good. I found it entertaining. I wanted to see more Michael Keaton Batman. I enjoyed the new Super Lady. Ezra Miller, he's got his fucking medical problems right now, and I hope he's finding help. And I hope in 10 years, when we do Waffle Box 447 and I'm reviewing his next movie, I hope it's like, dude, now this guy pulled himself around, but like he's adopted a whole orphanage of cats, and like he's just like he gives out turkeys at Thanksgiving. Like, man, Ezra Miller can do no wrong, Mike Fish. What a great dude. I want him to fuck my mom. Like, I hope I say shit like that, okay? But we ain't there yet. But having said that, Ezra Miller is a very good actor in this movie. Despite how many problems as this thing has, despite all the weirdness going on with it backstage, despite the terrible special effects that do exist as opposed to the decent special effects, I don't know. He's good in it. He's very good in it. So that needs to be said. Otherwise, I don't know what else you've heard about this, man. I don't know what else I should do. Like, the director mentioned a bunch of cameos and like just was point blank about it. Like, Christopher Reeve Superman is in this, and I was like, oh, that was stupid to admit. But because he admitted it, I can tell you that Christopher Reeve Superman doesn't shit in this, man. He don't do shit in this. He's just you just see a just AI photo of him or whatever, and then he looks over, and that's it. And Helen Slater from the original Supergirl is there too, and they don't do shit. And then Nick Cage's Superman, that from a movie that never existed, like he's got the laser vision, and he kills the giant spider from the Wild Wild West movie, and then his eyes just continue to glow, and he don't do shit after that. And George Reeves Superman, I don't know if you're familiar with that guy. That's the dude from the black and white movies and the TV show back in the day. He killed himself because he was ashamed of being Superman. Like, he's in it for like 23 out of 24 frames. The cameos in this thing don't make sense. They're supposed to tug at my heartstrings. I got a text from a friend of mine today who was like, dude, they were heartfelt and meaningful. And I was like, motherfucker, you were high, because that was dumb. That shit is dumb. When we have cameos from the Spider-Verse, they're actually doing shit in this movie. They're part of the solution. This is just weirdness, dude.
I saw a picture of Nicolas Cage as Superman. It looked horrible.
You know what? Just for the sake of argument, it looked horrible.
Because I remember, because for those that don't know, the little wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Because I remember he was supposed to play Superman in a movie, and he did some test shots and everything. Right? There is a so I think that would have been more funny if he actually was in it and actually had a little bit of a speaking part and everything like that. But just to have him like being all weird.
In it for seconds. It makes no sense. Again, what is the point? So,
and then the one at the end with the extra Batman.
I mean, there's a couple Batmans in this. Christian Bale is not in this movie. I can tell you that much. Val Kilmer, for obvious reasons, is not in this movie. But that's all I'm gonna say as far as that goes. But
Christian Bale probably saw some test footage and was like, I don't want my name to be associated with this. Thank you very much.
That pompous asshole went, unless Christopher Nolan gives me his blessing, I cannot be a part of this project. Fuck you, dude. It's a day on set. It's your day rate, dude. Shut the fuck up.
Christian Bale would definitely fake his own death to see who turned up at his funeral.
Yeah, probably, right? Dude, I think that's 100% exact on. Yeah.
Just the facts, ma'am.
Well said. So, as I said, with everything that I said, I'm surprised this movie got made. For what it is, I enjoyed it. Do I need to see it again? No. Do you need to see it in theaters? Probably not. It'll be on HBO Max in 45 days. But yeah, it's not a bad film by any means. Just people already know that the Zack Snyder verse is done, and so they're just like, we don't. This leads to nothing for us, so they're not seeing it. Ezra Miller, almost everybody I talk to about this, when they have a problem about this movie, it's Ezra Miller and his crimes, and I get it. I get it. But if hopefully that dude again gets the help he needs and makes a better man out of himself, or a better, I don't know his pronouns, so just leave me alone, people. Anyways, yeah, I hope Ezra Miller does better about themselves. There's two of them in this movie. Anyway, like I said, it's 3 out of 5. You know, I wish it was better. I'm glad it wasn't worse, but when it was awful, laughed my fucking ass off. Might even be worth to see it on the biggest screen just for that, because you're just like, what is happening here?
It's your eyes, Kush. You're the one that's seeing it wrong. It doesn't look bad. You're just seeing it wrong.
Maybe it's the glasses I was wearing. Maybe I was wearing my reds.
There you go. But there you go. The Flash, 3 out of 5. See it if you want.
Could have been worse.
If
Should have been worse.
Continue living your life.
Continue living your life. Yeah.
Anyway, let's wrap this bad boy up. Let's put a nice little bow on this episode and end things as we always like to end things, with a little feel-good story of the week.
It's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again?
This week. Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? There's ghosts in my room.
What I miss? Oh no, I totally missed that.
I was looking at myself on the screen, and there was like an orb.
Oh, it's dust.
No, it's an orb. It's ghost.
Or an orb of dust.
Dust. Yeah, this week's feel good story actually kind of circles back to a movie that Kush reviewed recently. Yeah. So a 14-year-old young man named Preston Mutanga for years has been using his dad's old computer and making computer-generated videos from Lego.
Oh, I know this story. Yeah.
He's been in, yeah.
Cool.
And he actually recreated the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse trailer using his computer and using Lego. Then some fellas named Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, who directed the Lego movie and were writer-producers for Across the Spider-Verse, saw his adaptation of the trailer and asked Preston if he would be interested in animating a scene for the movie using Lego blocks and figures. Shockingly, Preston was like, yeah, all right, I'll do that.
Shocking.
So for the task, his dad built him a brand new computer, and this is what I love about this part of the story. So Preston, who was asked by Hollywood to animate a scene for one of the most anticipated movies for quite some time, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And his dad would only let him work on it after he'd completed his own work.
Yeah.
Which is great. It's the correct thing to do, Dad. You did good. But I still find it funny. Dad, can I work on this scene for this multi-million-dollar budget blockbuster? Have you finished your homework? Oh, Dad. Love it.
So I don't know if you've seen the Spider-Verse 2 yet. Like I said, it's very good. That scene is maybe 3 to 4 minutes long. It's not a very long scene, but while you're watching, you're just like, what is happening here? Like again, it's the Spider-Verse, it's the multiverse, but it's the whole scene was delightful. And yeah, I also read that like he spent his time over spring break and summer vacations and Christmas. Like this movie took 4 years to make. I doubt this young man took 4 years to create this 4-minute scene, but like he He spent leisure time on this. This was a labor of love for him, and I hope he got paid. At least for his 4 minutes.
If Dad's smart, he definitely got some contracts involved there.
I imagine Dad is
at
smart,
least,
especially.
At least,
yeah.
I want some college fund money for this boy.
And what's going to happen is this kid now is going to have an amazing future because folks love that scene. Folks are going to remember that scene, and when the next movie comes up, when he's out of high school, out of college,
when he graduates, he's already got that on his resume. It's pretty impressive.
Already got a job. Immediately will have a job in that industry if he wants one.
But he told the New York Times that working on the movie with, quote, people who actually made this masterpiece was honestly like a dream. So shout out to 14-year-old Preston Mutunga for, I've been trying to turn my hobby into a paying gig for years, and he's already done it at 14. I'm kind of a little bit jealous, but mostly happy for him. But there is jealousy. Sprinkle of jealousy. Oh, there you go. Wonderful stuff. But there you go. That's Waffle Box episode 103, all tied up lovely with a little bow on top, and that brings a close to another episode. What an episode, Kush! Oh,
it's a fun time.
It's a hell of an episode, and that's
we did some math. We explored our feelings.
Yeah.
We talked about animation.
Oh.
We talked about the afterlife and blowies.
Yeah.
Great times.
Great times. If someone was to be so inclined and go to bosnet.family in the next 7 days, what audio pleasure have they got waiting for them, Kush?
Well, you can hear about me and Steven Steinbacher talking about our favorite films from the last 3 months, but it's actually the last 6 months. And then this week, you can hear a brand new episode with Drew Angelman, and we're talking about our most anticipated films for the next 3 months going forward.
What?
I bet you Mission Impossible 7's on it. Probably. Maybe. Could be. Bosnet.family/microdose. iTunes, YouTube, it's Spotify, etc., etc.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere. But yeah, make sure you follow us on your social medias at OnlyMikeFish, at OnlyMikeFish, at Kush_Hayes. You can even follow the fucker upstairs at Producer Lathan if you're so inclined. Make sure you go to enjoywafflebox.com for all the links of how you can watch and listen to all of the episodes. Email us, enjoywafflebox@gmail.com if you want to suggest some things we can talk about and all that good stuff. Make sure, obviously, if you're watching this video, hit subscribe. If you listen to us, hit follow or subscribe, depending. I don't know all the little buttons. Subscribe,
smash
follow,
that like button,
smash it. But until next week, take care of yourselves and each other. Oh wait, sorry, Lathan, my bad. Oh. I feel bad. Do you want to say goodnight? Say goodbye to the beautiful people.
Peace out, bitches. I'll be on the couch if you need me, but I'll also have my phone turned off, so you won't be able to reach me if you try. Good night, butt munchers.
Butt munchers. Lovely.
Peace out, sock cutter.
And on that note, take care of yourselves and each other.
That's all, folks.